I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Friday, July the 27th, brought to you in part by Cargill Fescue EMT. Protect your cattle against end-of-fight infested fescue. That fescue can be the greatest thing and the worst thing in the world for places that have it, predominantly in Missouri, places like that. It's very valuable grass. It grows fast. It's a cool season grass. It's good feed to stockpile for the winter. There's a lot of advantages to it, but those endophytes in there can be toxic in this hot weather especially, and you need to do something to help your cattle out. Let's look at the board for Thursday. August live cattle down $1.07. 10 today at 107.95. We're working with a market was 113 last week. We're going to be in the spot month here within days. It's going to be very tempting for some of your sellers to take that basis the way it is, but I think if they hold out, they can at least get the 13 again. Look at the October contract down $1.40 to end the day at 109.37. August feeder cattle down 140 at 151.42. October down $1.57 at 152.87. Now there was a lot of talk about the Trump having some trades with China and the European Union, and China especially supposed to be taking a big load of beans from us, and we're really a lot of talk on the news channels about soybeans being touted by Trump and really trying to help the farmers with a lot of this stuff. It didn't impress the board, Chicago Board of Trade, very much. It was up 1/4 cent. But I'm not sure if it didn't have something to do with your cattle boards going down as hard as they did. You know, most people don't think of cattle ranchers, cattle feeders, and backgrounders as farmers. And they always say by keeping the feed cheap, that's the way that they help the cattlemen. And maybe that is true, but if we do see a significant rise in the price, or at least some support for these grains, it's going to hurt your cattle, especially your feeder cattle, because that's a big input there. But December corn was only up 2.5 cents. Look at your fat cattle trade, or the lack thereof. No fat cattle trade really to speak of. Through Wednesday, they had sold a whopping 340 head in your 5 area negotiated direct trade, so absolutely nothing. On Thursday morning, we did see a little bit of a trickle of trade in Iowa, and you usually do. They don't stick together very good. A lot of independent guys there. They had sold about 650 head, which is still nothing. Live sales from 110 to 112, and some dress trade at 176. But I don't think we're doomed to be lower yet. It remains to be seen, but if we have a dump on the board, yeah, it could be $1 or $2 lower. But if we don't see the board go down anymore, and the guys stay hooked, and we don't see any early morning sales on Friday morning going after that basis, if they wait till the afternoon, I think there's no reason that we shouldn't be able to get $1.13 again at least. But another late Friday showdown, and we'll just have to wait and see, and they may wait till everybody that reports the information is going to bed again. But anyway, we'll see what happens, but they should trade some cattle. They don't want to get behind the 8 ball again. They want to keep their coffers full so they can keep putting out as much product as they can. Box beef cutout values have sure shown a lot of signs of kind of bottoming out on this last seasonal lull, and we should start seeing some late season demand from here now through Labor Day. And so that's a positive note. But on Thursday afternoon, choice cuts 204.91 up 27 cents, selects 198.27 up 69, and just a very narrow spread on your choice select at $6.64. Your slaughter's been pretty decent so far this week, but the big question will be how it ends up with your Saturday kill. But so far through Thursday, 471,000, that's just 5,000 off last week, and 7,000 more than the same week a year ago. Your actual dressed steer weights for the week ending July the 14th come out on Thursday. They were the same as the previous report at 867 pounds. Let's look at your feeder cattle markets. Real-time index on Beef Market Central late in the day on Thursday at 149.06, down just 7 cents compared to Wednesday's market with those monster quotes coming out of Bassett and places. But your CME, you know, I told you it would really launch after all the Bassett numbers went into it, and it did. It went all the way up to 149.21. So that's pretty predictable. And if you want to know what your CME feeder cattle index is going to do, just look at your real-time index on Beef Market Central or Cattle Market Central, and it's what it is. It's exactly a precursor to that. Look at some sales on Thursday. Farmers and ranchers livestock in Salina, Kansas, back going again after the summer shutdown, and had a good sale on Thursday with 3,000 head on offer. Your feeder steers, though, were steady to $3 lower than last week's good market. At the heifers, they called $3 to $6 higher, so a little bit uneven there. But look at those strings of steers that came through Cattle Market Central there. You can see all those load lots are better and some bigger strings in there, including 209 head of steers, weighed 748 pounds at 159.25. It's an impressive sale there. Pratt, Kansas had a lighter run, 1,700 head. Market there was steady to firm in a light test. The individual quote out of Pratt had 58 steers at 897 pounds, bring 149. And then give you another quote from outside the area. Paris Stockyards in Paris, Kentucky, 66 head of steers, weighed 794 pounds at 153.50. That's your feeder flash for Friday.